My name is Ignacio Esqueda. I'm the Division Office Manager for Vector Marketing for Cutco. And so I actually started back in 2020. I was a junior in high school, and so I remember there was a pandemic, and I remember just feeling very lost, very unsure of what I wanted to do. And so I got this letter on the mail. And this letter on the mail said $18 base pay, no experience required, work remotely, and I felt very excited.
So value price, we're selling the value. So like the value cut goes up here. And
one thing about me is I wasn't very fortunate enough, like most other students. My parents are immigrants, and so they moved to this country to obviously have me. I can have a better future on like they did, and so I didn't have a lot of resources. So COVID was a very hard time for me. I had to find a job to pay bills, and nobody wanted to get me in because I didn't have experience, didn't have a lot of time. I'm a very busy student, so I needed to find something that would work with my schedule. I got this letter in the mail, and I was like, you know what, let's try it out. What was the worst thing that could happen? I gave it a shot, and it turned out to be one of the most influential decisions in my life, only because it gave me a lot of skills, a lot of development, and on top of that, it gave me the structure and the foundation to essentially be able to do many of the things that I wanted to do.
Remember? Clarify first.
Oh yeah, clarify, understand.
In high school, I wasn't very sure what I wanted to do. I wanted to go into engineering, I wanted to go into science, astronomy, I wanted to be music. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And sales was just one of those jobs that I kind of heard about through my friends. I remember always being scared. My hands were clammy, didn't like doing presentations in school. I was just very nervous. Like I was a very nervous individual, wasn't very outgoing. Now, it turns out that this job actually worked out with me only because I ended up liking working with people. So when I graduated, I started selling Cutco. I just remember that, you know, just like everything else, it required a lot of skill, a lot of time, a lot of passion, a lot of patience. And you know, one thing I learned being in Donna is, you know, I was in band. Mr. Rivera, who was a director at the time, he taught me a lot of having patience and taking the discipline to work on my skills. And that is something that really taught me here in Vector. And through my mentors, through our programs, through our product, it turned out to be that, you know what, I could be good at this once I got very serious with it. So I kept going with it. My manager, Lucio, who ran the Wesco office, he told me, he inspired me of this branch manager opportunity where I would have an opportunity to run my own office, train, hire, develop people, basically do what he was doing. Now, was I very sure of it? No, I was actually very terrified because I didn't have the skills that I felt were needed to do that. I was just very nervous. But it was a huge step for me to be able to gain more skills, gain more development, and on top of that, mature myself, and be able to just really become more independent. And so I took that opportunity. I remember learning so much, made a lot of mistakes, but you know what? It was something that I learned so much from. And Vector taught me so much about, you know what? You gotta learn to take risks, learn to make mistakes. Not everything's gonna be perfect, but you know what? It's okay to be like that. It's not okay to stay like that, so long you learn the skills, you learn development, and you learn how to just have patience with yourself, develop the skills, well, you're eventually gonna get what you want. And so I learned how to hit those goals. And so throughout the years, I've been here with Cutco I'm entering my 5th year in May 2025. And it's just been a glorious journey. I've learned so much about myself, learned so much how to work with people, how to work through people. And so in 2022, I ended up becoming a division office manager, taking a huge opportunity to work with my mentor, Nick Smith, who actually oversees the entire division. Our South Texas division oversees everything from Del Rio, Eagle Pass, all the way to Brownsville, parts of Corpus Christi. We recently just got San Antonio, and so it's just a huge, I take huge pride in being able to oversee a huge chunk of that, overseeing McAllen. I hire, I train, I develop sales reps, and on top of that, well, I'm also maturing my skill, my communication, my leadership, and you know, at first it was, you know, I just want a job to help pay bills. Now it's all about what other championships we're going to hit, what are some records we're going to break, how many people are we going to develop this year, how many lives are we going to change. The last thing I would say is, you know, Vector it's just taught me so much. I'm very grateful for this opportunity, and I'm very grateful to be able to change lives, selling knives. I know it's very cliche, but that's our motto. We change lives, we sell knives, and it all sounds weird, but it's just what we do, and I'm just very proud of it.